basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more news from the Golden State Warriors, but before that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. With several absences, the Golden State Warriors face the New Orleans Pelicans. The Warriors are in a moment of total panic, motivated by the injury to Stephen Curry, who will miss some games. To make matters worse, two more players were injured, Andrew Wiggins and DeAnthony Melton. How will the Warriors fare without Stephen Curry? The Golden State Warriors will have to make some adjustments with Stephen Curry and DeAnthony Melton out for at least the next two games. Following a historic 2-0 start to their 2024-25 NBA season, the Golden State Warriors suffered their first defeat of the young campaign on Sunday night, taking a 112-104 loss in their home opener to the Los Angeles Clippers. But the Dubs lost more than just the game, as Stephen Curry exited the game with just under 8 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter with a left ankle injury. The 10-time All-Star actually rolled his ankle twice on Sunday night but was able to return from the first. The second, though, appeared to be much more severe and ended his evening. To make matters worse, backup point guard DeAnthony Melton left the game roughly 3.5 minutes later with a back injury and didn't return. Melton, of course, missed a large chunk of last season with the Philadelphia 76ers due to back issues, so there's naturally cause for concern there. Warriors head coach Steve Kerr didn't have much info to offer up after the game, but on Monday, the team released a statement saying both had undergone an MRI and that neither suffered any structural damage, which is good news. Curry's injury was confirmed as a left peroneal strain, while Melton's is being described as a strained lower back. Both are set to be re-evaluated on Friday, meaning both are set to sit out at least the next two games, both of which are against the New Orleans Pelicans at the Chase Center on Tuesday and Wednesday. During his Monday press conference, Kerr was naturally asked what the Warriors' starting lineup would look like without Curry and Melton in the mix. And while he didn't say directly that Brandon Podziemski would take over as the starting point guard, that seems to be the direction he's headed. Following their back-to-back battles with the Pelicans, the Warriors will have 2 nights off before heading to Texas to take on the Houston Rockets on Saturday night. As mentioned, Curry and Melton are both set to be re-evaluated on Friday, so their status for this matchup is unclear at this time. Andrew Wiggins could also miss the game against the Pelicans. Andrew Wiggins suffered a back injury and Warriors coach Steve Kerr said he will likely be out. He is listed on the Warriors injury report as questionable. Wiggins is coming off his best game of the season against the Los Angeles Clippers on Sunday. He finished with 29 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 block in 29 minutes of play. He shot 11 of 15 from the field and 5 of 8 from three-point range. With Klay Thompson leaving in free agency, Wiggins was touted as a player the Warriors need to increase their production. So far, he has responded well. The 11-year veteran is averaging 19.7 points, 6.7 rebounds, 2.3 assists and 1.0 blocks on splits of 55% shooting from the field, 57.9% shooting from the three-point line and 80% shooting from the free throw line. Extent of Stephen Curry's freak injury sustained against LA Clippers revealed. There is good news for the Golden State Warriors and its fans as it was announced that Stephen Curry's MRI revealed no structural damage to his ankle. However, it turned out to be a left peroneal strain which will keep him out until at least the end of the week. Stephen Curry suffered the freak injury during Sunday's 112-104 loss to the Los Angeles Clippers. He tweaked his left ankle twice in the second half. After initially returning from the first incident, the Warriors star rolled his ankle the second time and limped off the court in visible pain. Golden State Warriors guard Stephen Curry, who exited last night's game against the Los Angeles Clippers with 7:55 remaining in the fourth quarter, underwent an MRI late last night. The MRI showed no structural damage and confirmed the injury as a left peroneal strain. He will be re-evaluated on Friday. Furthermore, the Warriors will re-evaluate Curry on Friday, which means he'll miss at least 2 games against the New Orleans Pelicans. Golden State's 2-1 start record will now face a challenging test without the baby-faced assassin, as their next 10 games feature tough matchups. The upcoming schedule includes clashes with the Houston Rockets, Boston Celtics, Cleveland Cavaliers, Oklahoma City Thunder, Dallas Mavericks, Memphis Grizzlies, and LA Clippers. Fans of the Dubs will expect the rest of the team to step up, especially Buddy Hield, whose tenure with the Warriors so far has been terrific. Although he has been ruled out briefly, Stephen Curry has continued to astonish fans with his incredible skills, even after 15 remarkable years with the Golden State Warriors. During the recent matchup against the Clippers, he reminded fans of how great a player he is with a sleek piece of skill. It all happened in a jaw-dropping sequence, where Curry dribbled into the paint, feigned a jump shot, and seamlessly flipped the ball over his shoulder to Andrew Wiggins, who was wide open on the wing. Wiggins then capitalized with a dunk, which left viewers stunned. This remarkable play showcased his unparalleled court vision and precision passing. It reminded fans of his exploits at the just-concluded Paris Games, where he took Team USA from the jaws of defeat in the semi-finals to a 3-point vintage performance against the hosts France in the finals. Kerr makes first significant cut to Warriors rotation following controversial ploy. The 12-man rotation was never going to last too long. Steve Kerr's controversial 12-man rotation has been a major talking point across the NBA to start the season, but it didn't face its first real test until the Golden State Warriors' home opener against the LA Clippers on Sunday. The Warriors had breezed through their opening 2 games by an NBA record 77 combined points, allowing Kerr to share around and balance the minutes among the 12 players. Sunday's game was a far different story, with the Clippers forcing Kerr into far more considered rotation decisions. Kyle Anderson was the odd man out in the Warriors' loss to the Clippers. The head coach still went to a 12-man rotation in the first half, but shortened that to 11 in the final 24 minutes as Golden State suffered their first defeat of the season in a 112-104 loss. Kyle Anderson was the odd man out for Kerr, with the veteran forward playing under 4 minutes in the first half and not a single second thereafter. Benching Anderson can't have been an easy decision given his experience and versatility. The 31-year-old has averaged at least 19.9 minutes in each of his previous 7 seasons, but Kerr was full of praise on how he handled the decision. Anderson, was amazing the second half on the bench, leading everybody, talking to guys, Kerr said after the loss. That's what you have to have if you're going to do this and play a lot of people, everyone's gotta to be on board. I couldn't have been more impressed by Kyle's professionalism. What's more incredible about Anderson's benching is that another more notable veteran forward was also sitting alongside him in the closing moments. With Stephen Curry already absent after leaving the game with an ankle injury, Kerr chose not to go back to Draymond Green in the final 8 minutes of the game. Instead of Green, Anderson, or Tracy Jackson Davis, Kerr turned to veteran center Kevin Looney to close the game. It was the right decision as the 3x champion briefly got Golden State back into the game with his energy and tireless work ethic. Looney finished with a 10-point, 11-rebound double-double in 20 minutes off the bench, while also adding 3 assists and 3 steals. That's not to say that benching Anderson for the entire second half was the right decision, albeit you could understand the reasoning given Kerr was desperately trying to find spacing and offense in the second half. The other element is the fact Anderson only just joined the Warriors on a 3-year, $27 million contract. That would suggest they see him as a long-term piece of the team, which combined with the fact he and Looney are the only 2 bench players above 6 feet 6 inches, would suggest his second half axing is only temporary.